We are on our fourth poem, I believe, for the Poetry Week. This poem comes from the second section, A Colored Ballet. This section focuses on 12 colors. The colors I've chosen to be represented in this showcase is red and black. We're gonna start with red. The poem Red is titled The Spartan General. You know Spartans, red. Spartan General. So, let's go. Spear-struck Spartan general stands strong. Deep iron-rich nectar flows onto the poor ground. He slashes the head of his opponent cleanly. To Cupid and Ares his delight. Then falls onto earth and darkness claims his sight. Awaken in a leaf-covered room, filled to the brim with scarlet tools and bitter leaves. He grooves upright and is mesmerized by the polished petals of a rose, dancing its way to him like a sunset casting vermilion hues upon an evening's final play. It was the doctor who with a stern look told him to lay. The warrior parts his vision right to a young baby boy with a ruby-colored string on his head. Fearful parents dread the visit of demons from hell, when really it's the child they should be wishing remain well. As he cries and cries, they whisper prayers to God, to their gods. Not knowing, his head swells and swells. The child silences himself, casting calamity on his mother, castrating peace from his father. The general weeps, and darkness claims his sight. He lies there, dreaming of his wife, a beautiful woman with the most eccentric of tempers. Then something crashes into his side. A jolt of pain disrupts his bliss. Then came a deep, love-soaked kiss. Eyes open to the burgundy melody of his wife's eyes as he leaps for her, and then he cries. A boy died beside me earlier. They took his body away. He was only living for mere moments. Life had not damaged him yet. He was not without innocence. I have killed many men and committed the greatest of sins, yet I live. And for what? To fight another battle, to lay in a meadow decorated by hospital beds, to watch as innocent die. My sweet, the boy died beside me. He died. And what if you were him? Your daughter would be shattered. Without a father, she will self-destruct, become damaged by life like he would have been. Your sons would be without structure. They cannot lean on a mother alone. They need a man in the home. You fight for them so they don't have to live oppressed. You fight for your country like everyone else. You keep surviving for me because your death, my love, would end me. The two separate, and darkness claims his sight. He awakes in the night to see the doctor rushing a foreign warrior with a Spartan spear protruding from their head to the adjacent bed. The doctor warns the warrior to leave the spear. The warrior turns to him in fear, decides to pry the weapon out of there, stands up as if fine and ready to attack, then collapses on his back, his wife and children watching from the door, all falling to the floor, begging for the man's act to encore. But outside, a chorus of Spartans laugh at the warrior's death. He turns to the open ceiling and darkness claims his sight. Months later, the Spartan general marches onto pillaged lands. He turns to the attentive men and in sadness says, I have seen 50 foreigners die while laying in bed. What saddens me most was their family's dread, followed by the cold laughter of you ungodly men. Our kings will say, we fight for honor, we fight for country, and we fight for family. I believe them, for surely we do not fight for a humane reality. Our enemies will forever be that, but from today, we kill them, and we kill them fast. No suffering must befall them or their families. Just the silent, unwanted touch of death must befall them. Spear in hand, they march to the enemy. Darkness claims their sight. Thank you.